Today's topic is alkylation of malonic ester. In the last class, I taught you about the active methylene compound, that is the alpha active methylene compound, or I taught you that the alpha hydrogen of any carbonyl group is acidic in nature, and why it is acidic in nature that is also I taught you. It is acidic in nature because after abstracting the alpha proton, it will carry negative charge, and this negative charge is stabilized by the resonance due to this carbonyl group. Therefore, this alpha hydrogen is very acidic and it can be abstracted by a strong base, and due to this property, it can be used for the different kind of synthesis of so many compounds. And so here is the one of the compound, that is malonic ester. In this also we will use this concept of acidic alpha hydrogen. So this is malonic ester. This is malonic acid is 1,3-dicarboxylic acid. CH2COOS. This is 1,3-dicarboxylic acid is called malonic acid, and if this acid group is converted to ester group, then it is called malonic ester, right? So how it now I am telling you how the alkylation of malonic ester takes place. Here you can see that this is the malonic ester and this is the alpha hydrogen, and as it is attached to two strong electron withdrawing group, so it is highly acidic and it can be abstracted by the alpha hydrogen can be abstracted by a proton. This is by a base. This sodium methoxide is base here. It will abstract this alpha proton, and because of abstraction of alpha proton, this carbon will get negative charge. Here this carbon will get negative charge and minus H plus will remove. This will form anion, and then if it will react with alkyl halide, then as you know, in alkyl halide the carbon carries negative charge and carbon carries positive charge, and the halide atom carries negative charge. This carbon carries positive charge, so it can be easily substituted by this nucleophile. As you know, that alkyl halide gives nucleophilic substitution reaction. So here it will act as nucleophile, this the carbon carrying minus charge, and it will give the substitution reaction, and substitution reaction will follow the SN2 mechanism. So for SN2 mechanism, you know that this RX should be either primary or secondary. This carbon group should be either primary or secondary. It should not be tertiary. If this carbon will be tertiary, then it will not give the substitution reaction, rather it will undergo elimination reaction. So here this R group will attach to this carbon because this carbon carries positive charge and this carbon is carrying negative charge, so R group will attach here. So this is the alkylation yani attachment of an alkyl group to the malonic ester. So alkylation, here alkylation is taking place. Then you can here you can see that there is one more hydrogen, so it can also undergo one more alkylation, and for that this step 1 and step 2 will need to be repeated. Next is the conversion of malonic ester to acid. How will you convert the malonic ester to the acid? This is malonic ester, the CH group attached to 2 ester group. This is malonic ester. So to convert it to the acid, these are the steps. At first you will react it with base. The base will hydrolyze the ester and convert it to the carboxylate salt. Then this is COO minus Na plus, then reacted with HCl will protonate this anion group and convert it to dicarboxylic acid. And when this dicarboxylic acid is heated, then one of the carboxylic acid remove as the carbon dioxide gas, and only one carboxylic group is left behind, and this is how the malonic ester is converted to the acid, mono acid. And if you want to get dicarboxylic acid, then this step will not need not to be carried out. If this step won't be carried out, then you will get dicarboxylic acid. but if you heat it, then this carboxylic acid will remove as the carbon dioxide gas, and you will get monocarboxylic acid.